Hello everyone, this is Brandon.
And this is Jared.
And we're coming at you from Fanboys Forever today. Today we're going to be taking a look at a repaint of the Ultra-Poseable Spider-Man from the 3 3/4 Amazing Spider-Man line by Hasbro.
Unfortunately, Hasbro has had a streak this summer of doing their movie toys in inaccurate colors.
They just can't get that blue right. I don't know what it is. They got a bad batch of blue.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I just wasn't very satisfied with it, and I decided to do something about it.
Now, are there any special modifications people are going to have to do to the figure? Any new sculpting? Any manipulation?
No. One of the things that we do here at Fanboys Forever with customs is we try to avoid any kind of complex sculpting or asphyxiations to your toy, anything like that. We're trying to keep it simple. We're trying to keep this a prosumer kind of friendly custom job here, and we're focusing on paint apps and the power of how good paint and some careful paint application can improve your figure.
Absolutely.
I can think of no better way to celebrate the release of the Amazing Spider-Man than going out and paying Hasbro $8 for a figure, then coming home, spending an additional $8 on paint, and then painting it yourself. So let's get right into it. Alright guys, now it's time for a closer look at my custom painted Amazing Spider-Man Ultra-Poseable figure.
He's pretty cool to begin with, but with this paint job, he's twice as amazing.
Woohoo! Plenty. So, of course, it's very obvious the kinds of changes I've made. Upon first glance, it appears that I've completely repainted the red. This would be inaccurate. Black wash that I get from Games Workshop, which is a British company that imports some of its paints over here to be used on small models, which you can find in your game shops. I use it like it's going out of style. With a little bit of black wash and a little bit more work, you can get some very satisfying finishes on your figures. Of course, I used it on all the red sections here, and this helps with the relatively plain look of the red plastic on the actual figure. Brandon, show them the actual figure. As we can see, there's just not a lot of detail here.
You know, the sculpting is solid and it's very movie accurate, but unfortunately they've given him really a flat comic book kind of color scheme. It pops, but it's just not very movie accurate, unfortunately.
And unfortunately, anytime you have a Spider-Man without the lines painted but they're sculpted, it gives it a little bit of a Happy Meal figure look. So keep that up here, Brandon, and we will do a side-by-side. As you can see, with a little bit of black wash, it gives it that extra dimension. The strategy I used was I would apply the black wash to where it would fill in all of the lines on my figure. Then I would carefully go through and dab away the excess wash. I would do this several times to make sure the actual red portions on the figure didn't get too dark, but the wash, of course, was in the crevices of the sculpting for the web and gave it this nice kind of definition. I did this not only for the mask, but I also did it for the boots and for the gloves, of course. Either way, it made the red look a lot better.
Again, here we have the factory sample. Unlike the red, the blue on the figure is a little bit too dark. It almost looks metallic, like he's wearing some sort of metal suit. Spider-Man wearing a metal suit, imagine that. But you know, it's again, it's a good look, but it's just not movie accurate, unfortunately. But with a little paint and a lot of patience, you can fix them right up.
And of course, this is the final product. All I had to do was just apply some Games Workshop lighter blue, and as you can see, the results are quite impressive. It only took a few minutes to brush this on, and I didn't even do it all that carefully. On the back, I just kind of brushed around the spider symbol and maybe left a little bit of the dark areas exposed, just because I did not want to take a chance of ruining the red. As you can see, it gives a little definition on the back by leaving a few areas exposed. And here's the back of the legs. And the side of the arm here, I was very careful not to paint over the red stripe, the very small one that accompanies the side of the figure. And just overall, we have a much more movie accurate look with a little bit more of a lighter blue and a much more flat blue.
One of the unique elements of the movie costume for the Amazing Spider-Man is that he'll actually have yellow eye lenses on his mask. Now, it's customary for Spider-Man to have white eyes, and Hasbro obviously decided this was the best move because on the factory figure, he has white eyes, like they've been doing for a very long time.
Now, of course, I was dismayed by this, and I really liked the yellow lenses in the new film, so I decided to go in with a little bit of acrylic paint and just brush in a little bit of yellow. Just be careful with the amount of yellow you use, as of course you don't want to bleed the yellow over onto the black frames around the eyes. For me, I just brushed it in there very slightly. I even mixed it with a little water so that it would cover more area of the white. And of course, as you can see, the results are quite nice. We have a much more movie accurate look for the figure, and it just gives Spider-Man that wild look that he's got with the new costume. Very nice.
It's funny, even I can't catch how inaccurate these are sometimes until you see somebody, do it right. And it's just incredible how simple it can really be.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, guys, is I want to encourage you all, never ever be intimidated or misled by a custom. I want to show you guys customs that are doable, things that you can enjoy at home. Spider-Man here, I was able to modify in less than 30 minutes. So guys, it is possible, it's quick, it's easy, and I highly suggest it.
Well, I suggest it too, and I'm going to have to do the same thing to mine. This has been Brandon.
And this has been Jared. You keep watching them, I keep painting them.
Until next time.
Thanks, guys.